What's up, nerds? We're nearly a quarter way into 2025, and many players have already devoted countless hours into this year's titles. Still, April refuses to let the pace slow down. The coming weeks highlight promising launches from emerging studios alongside genre icons making a grand return. So whether you're holding off invaders on the brink of humanity's collapse or tracking down a mysterious hidden room in a twisted manor, this month's variety might surprise you. So sit back and take a look at the 10 games that stand out among April's offerings. Kazutaka Kodaka and Kotaro Uchikoshi reunite for the 100 line Last Defense Academy, a project melding mind-bending tension with tactical turn-based action. The game follows Takumi, whose life has just been turned upside down when otherworldly monsters invade his seemingly ordinary hometown. By accepting a cryptic pact, he is granted supernatural abilities, but these powers come at a steep cost, one where he must now endure a brutal school environment for 100 days as monstrous creatures close in. 15 students form the core of this defense unit, each bringing specialized skills set to the ever-scaling SRPG battles. Players must command them carefully, considering strengths, weaknesses, and forging crucial bonds along the way. Dangers lurk outside the combat area as well, since forging alliances, scavenging resources, and keeping morale intact are key to survival. This collaboration may push creative boundaries further than either creator's previous works, making it one that should be on your radar. Classic JRPG fans likely recall LUNAR Silver Star Story Complete and LUNAR 2 Eternal Blue Complete as classic releases, and the LUNAR Remastered collection merges both of these titles into a single release. Originally shaping the genre back in the 90s, these two adventures still boast timeless narratives, distinctive characters, and heartfelt themes. In the first entry, players control Alex's journey to claim the mantle of Dragon Master, or they can follow Hito's pursuit to save the goddess Athena in the sequel. New improvements have been added to modernize these titles, featuring adjustable battle speeds, integrated inventory systems, and an upgraded auto battle mechanic. Players can now choose between a widescreen remastered mode that refines the visuals and audio, or switch to classic mode for the nostalgic 4:3 layout. Further, the fully voiced anime cutscenes remain a staple, accompanied by expanded language options for a broader audience. This compilation of timeless JRPG classics can be used to remind us all why the LUNAR saga is still revered. Humanity has long since abandoned Earth, leaving an icy wasteland behind, and rabbits have inherited the ruins. Rusty Rabbit showcases a post-human society where these clever critters rummage through Smokestack Mountain's rubble in search of leftover technology. Players play as Stamp, a grouchy veteran rust digger who stumbles upon a clue that may lead him to his missing daughter, pushing him deeper into the derelict industrial remains. Developer Nitro Plus steers this madcap endeavor, weaving comedic moments and tense battles with the undercurrent of emotional weight. From the gameplay details, players can expect classic dungeon exploration, mech-enhanced platforming, and a cast of quirky characters who challenge the notion that bunnies are always cuddly. With bizarre lore and diverse environments to navigate, Rusty Rappy hits at an adventure that's offbeat, charming, and ripe for discovery. Post-Trauma merges old-school survival horror sensibilities with modern production value. Roman, a beleaguered train conductor, awakens from a severe panic attack to find himself in an eerie realm of shifting corridors and grotesque foes. Retro-inspired fixed camera angles evoke tension reminiscent of the genre's roots, even though the game was developed using Unreal Engine 5. Players are armed with limited resources, where Roman must collect clues, solve puzzles, and occasionally engage in perilous combat. Moment-to-moment gameplay demands vigilance because the environments often twist without warning, unveiling new horrors or cryptic messages. There's also voice dialogue to ensure that the protagonist's struggle feels authentic, capped off by an atmospheric soundtrack where fans of Silent Hill or Resident Evil will easily find comfort in. Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which is a fine title for a game, thrusts players into a kingdom tormented by a painter of doom known as the Paintress. Her ritual condemns everyone of a specific age to vanish, and this year's mark is 33. So members of that age form a daring party bent on halting that prophecy, journeying across surreal landscapes dotted with menacing creatures. Storytelling and combat unite in a turn-based format enriched by real-time inputs such as timed parries and precision aiming. Delving into the lives of each expeditioner reveals motives, secrets, and synergies within their ranks. Gear, stat distribution, and co-op attacks create a varied combat system, all rendered through Unreal Engine 5's dynamic visuals. This game's distinct aesthetic underscores how unconventional this fantasy realm is, forging a memorable spectacle. And being that this is Sandfall's first game release, we're definitely looking forward to what they can bring to this genre. If somehow you've avoided this game, I'm glad that we can change that now before release. The Fatal Fury saga evolves with City of Wolves, reviving SNK's iconic 2D fighter for a new generation. Fatal Fury City of Wolves is the first mainline entry since 1999's Mark of the Wolves, and SNK takes the opportunity to implement revived mechanics like the Rev system, which pushes offense to the forefront until you overheat the meter. Arcade-style inputs suit veterans, while there's also a more approachable option that simplifies the commands for newer players. The initial roster boasts 17 fighters, with 5 more planned via DLC. Classic favorites and newcomers alike fill a vivid, animated stage that captures the energy of arcade-era brawlers. Hardcore players can likely look forward to honing in their combos on the online modes, while offline modes include extra story content for solo players. This release has been years in the making and likely only got greenlit because of how strong the fighting game community is in the current modern era, so genre fans can already consider themselves winners. Following multiple delays, Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Ultimate is here with a renewed approach to the side-scrolling beat-em-up formula. Developed by Rocket Panda, who rebuilt this chaotic brawler in Unreal Engine 5, players are promised a stable performance with fluid combos and improved online features. Fans of the original can expect high-energy visuals, frantic stage progression, and a vibrant cast of great characters. Battlegrounds Ultimate increases the roster to 38 characters, ranging from the core heroes to lesser-known adversaries. Unlockable skills and a robust leveling system keep players hooked throughout story mode, which sees the cast scrambling to stop Phantom from dismantling the boundaries between dimensions. Further, online co-op and versus modes accommodate large lobbies, ensuring brawls can escalate into frenetic cross-platform showdowns. We can only hope that the wait for this release is worth it. Blueprints unfolds in the bizarre Mount Holly estate, notorious for its ever-shifting rooms. Players assume the role of the heir, tasked with navigating this architectural oddity, seeking the legendary Room 46 that may shed light on the manor's past. Designing how each room connects to the next allows for roguelike puzzle solving, so even if the layout resets, your knowledge and any lasting improvements can reshape the outcome. Beneath the labyrinth lies a narrative riddled with political intrigue and references to a children's author who mysteriously vanished. Discover hidden passages, gather tools for new strategies, and gradually transform the estate to reflect your progress. Each run tests your wits and patience, making incremental victories feel satisfying. The unusual premise aims to blend exploration and puzzle solving into a compelling tapestry. All in Abyss, Judge the Fake merges poker-based showdowns with dramatic flair, dropping you into a neon underworld teeming with dishonest dealers known as witches. Playing as Asua, you must unmask and outplay these cunning foes by using a deck of well-timed skills. Peek at hidden cards, manipulate your rival's moves, or go all in when the moment is right. Between matches, you'll get to roam around the city filled with side hustles and opportunities to enhance your repertoire. Track down leads that uncover each witch's secrets, then leverage that intel to tip the odds in your favor. The result is part anime thriller paired with part gambling simulator, all powered by a cast that thrives on rivalries. It's a high-risk, high-reward formula with a distinct rebellious streak. The developers behind Paradise Killer return with Promise Mascot Agency, an open-world narrative where outlandish mascots walk among us. Michi, the in-game manager, oversees a motley crew of living brand icons, each with their extreme quirks that might spark chaos. Surveillance and damage control become daily duties, especially once local conspiracies and supernatural elements complicate your tasks. Upgrades to your truck help you get around to deliver vital items and forge alliances with quirky heroes. These alliances can even step in if one of your wide-eyed mascots loses control. Meanwhile, you can enjoy a narrative where you have to uncover criminal undertones, including suspicions around Michi's past and ominous sightings of nightmarish apparitions. Juggling brand events, vehicular mayhem, and unraveling mysteries, Promise Mascot Agency is set to be an experience that's strange, comedic, and surprisingly even a little dark. So how do you feel about April's lineup? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned to Noisy Pixel for all your future gaming coverage.
Noisy Pixel.